What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart, and that is the SlowHands Playing Cards. Now, I'm sure most of you know why this is so special, but in case you don't, the SlowHands Playing Cards, this is my company and our first deck. So this will be going to Kickstarter on January 24th, so it's coming up very quickly. And there's some updates and information about the campaign that I've been getting asked, and I figured why not make an entire video and dedicate it to something that's so special and so important to me. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
All right, now I have done a video reacting to the prototypes that we received, also doing kind of a review. But as we get closer to the Kickstarter campaign launching, there's just a few things that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. The first thing that I've been getting asked a lot about is the add-ons for the SlowHands deck. Now, this campaign has been in the works for quite a while. However, there are certain limitations that we have just based on the fact that this is our first campaign. We don't know how it's going to go yet, and I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So we did play it pretty safe with add-ons, but there are a few things that I think you guys would be really excited for, especially for avid fans of Kickstarter campaigns and kind of exclusives. So the first thing that we're gonna do as an add-on, and this is gonna be for backers who pledge for a certain amount of decks, we are gonna do SlowHands sticker packs. Just like with a lot of campaigns and a lot of different brands, we will have some, swag for you guys. The first one is gonna be stickers. Everybody loves stickers. I love them. I keep most of the stickers that I receive with most of the packages I receive. It's a fun collectible item that you can just keep. So we're definitely gonna be doing that. The other thing is, through some of the conversations that me and Nick have been having, we wanted to design a brick box, but we weren't really sure what ideas we wanted to go with, but I think we figured it out. Nick is in the process right now of designing our half brick boxes. So for every 6 decks that you pledge of the SlowHands Playing Cards V1, every 6 decks that you pledge, you will receive a half brick box. Now, if you order a full brick, you're gonna get 2 half brick boxes. We're not gonna do full brick boxes. Trying to be mindful of the idea that not everybody is gonna buy a brick or be able to afford a brick. We wanted to slim it down to just being 6 decks. So for every 6 decks you order, you will get a custom brick box. We're basing the design off of the Tut case, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for now. The other add-ons that are gonna be part of the campaign are gonna be some exclusive links to private tutorials for tricks using the gaff cards and card flourishes that I created using this deck. So we're gonna have a couple private links to tutorials, and a certain tier of backers will receive those links in an email. I teach everything from some sleight of hand to some work with gaff cards, card flourishes. There's just gonna be this kind of master class on things that you can do with your new SlowHands deck. And the next thing that I want to talk about is something that I continue to get asked, and that is, are there gonna be other colorways of this deck? Here's the thing. We already know the idea of what we want to do for SlowHands V2, and something that is very important to me is not just producing the same design in different colors over and over. I think one day it would be cool to get to a point where I can do multiple colors of the V1, but V2 will not be like a blue version of this deck. We have a completely different design in mind. It is gonna be different from the aesthetics of this deck. It's not gonna look the same. And the idea that we have is really gonna set us up for future versions of the deck, assuming that this one does well. I wanna tell you guys so much more about it, but I think that I wanna see how we do on this Kickstarter first. Plus, this design I'm completely stoked on. I'm not ready to start thinking about other designs. However, we have talked about potentially seeing how well the campaign does, and if we blow it out of the water, if it does a great job, we have talked about potentially doing limited runs of another color of this V1. So we're gonna have to see. That might be something that we wait to do. I will keep you guys updated, but if that's something that you would like to see, if we do really well and the deck smashes our funding goal, then absolutely. Which brings me to my next point. When this campaign launches, we've got 30 days to meet our $8,000 funding goal. A few good points that Nick and I have discussed are, we want to make sure that you guys are 100% in the know with what we're gonna do with any profit that comes from this deck. The big thing that we think is important is using whatever money this deck makes to put into future decks for you guys. If we get funded for V1, we will go to Kickstarter for V2 sometime in the future. But essentially any extra money that we make off of this campaign is gonna go towards resources for upgraded add-ons for the next campaign, upgraded equipment to shoot the trailer, promotional and marketing. I mean, those are things that I think if this deck does super well, instead of shooting myself in my studio for the trailer for V2, we could hire some of your favorite magicians and cardists to use the deck and help put together a badass trailer. So as well, if there's any leftover cash, that's gonna go towards things like giveaways for you guys. That's gonna go towards the channel, helping us grow, because the more that we grow, the more I can do these giveaways and the more we can experiment with the content of this channel. So just in the interest of full transparency, we have been thinking about that. Something that we're pretty serious about is making sure that you guys are receiving the quality that you deserve. And that goes beyond just the design of the deck, but also the card stock and the promotion and the pictures and the giveaways and whatever. We want you guys to feel what we feel, and that's that the SlowHands brand is by card lovers for card lovers. So there you go. And one more time, because I am still getting questions about this deck is not marked. We talked about a marking system. I would like to maybe see a marking system in future designs, but the simplicity of this deck, it just didn't make sense for me to make a marked deck. I didn't want it to feel gimmicky, and I also didn't want to make it overcomplicated. So no, the deck is not marked. And other than that, let's just go into some logistics about the campaign and what you can expect on January 24th. As I previously mentioned, our funding goal is $8,000. That's gonna be enough for us to print all the decks, the brick boxes, the stickers. That's gonna help pay for fulfillment, all the wonderful things that go into launching a deck of cards. The decks will have some early bird specials, and that's gonna be discounted rates for a certain quantity or number of decks. Ultimately, what we're gonna be looking at is you will be receiving a discount for the more you order, the more the discount. So for example, we have an early bird brick special going on, and you will receive a pretty solid size discount on that brick if you get it within the first 24 hours of the campaign. Not only do we want to encourage you guys to get your decks early, but the other thing is I've been getting asked a lot about international shipping, and I think something that gets forgotten is that shipping costs are what they are, and that's not something decided by us. That's something decided by ultimately the fulfillment centers and the US Postal Service. So we did absolutely everything we could to keep the international shipping costs as low as possible, and I have to say we did a pretty good job. So for my international customers out there, shipping rates are going to be fairly cheap, and they're definitely going to be cheaper than you would find them online at certain other playing card retailers. So those are pretty much all the logistics that I wanted to discuss with you guys. But the last thing that I want to go into is this project means a lot to me. I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but one thing that I think gets misconstrued is that anybody producing their own deck of cards just has this infinite supply of playing cards. So look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, this deck is something that is important to me. It's a subject matter that I think is represented through the design, and it's also something that a lot of my energy and a lot of my efforts have gone into, and not just for the SlowHands deck, but to build this channel so that I have a platform to release the deck. Long story short, I want to say this project has been so important to me. I can't believe it's almost time to launch. I'm very, very nervous. I hope you guys love it and believe in it as much as I do. And from the bottom of my heart, if nothing else, just know I am so thankful to have you guys subscribe to my channel, watching and liking my videos and interacting with me in the comments, because all of that has made it possible for me to stand on this platform that I have and release a deck. And honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. I know how when you're first getting into Magic and you're first getting into cardistry, one of the first things that comes with that is wanting to design your own deck. The best advice I can give all of you is, before you do, just get out there and share your passion, because that's how you attract the people that have the same passion. And that's how you find the connections with people that will draw your face on a court card for your own deck, or design the deck, or collaborate with you on the best marketing strategy. And I've been so lucky to meet so many people that believe in this project and want to help with it, that it really does give me faith that this project is going to be successful. And if it is, I just want to say it's because of you guys. So thank you all so much. It means the world to me. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry, so I won't, but I meant everything I said. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the final SlowHands trailer that premiered before this video. And of course, I hope you'll continue to show your support by liking this video, making sure you're subscribed. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Let's connect, let's talk. I'll leave my links to the SlowHands Instagram and my Instagram down below. Let's connect, let's talk. All that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.